75, heart rate's 126.
At University Hospital Wishaw, a dedicated team keeps some of Scotland's most fragile babies alive.
He's bigger on the right than the left, isn't he?
Yeah.
Babies born as early as 4 months premature.
I got to see his eyes open. Should have been denied that in my belly.
The odds are against them.
Without medical support, these babies will succumb, usually within minutes.
For parents, it's an emotional roller coaster.
You literally do just think, how's this happening to us?
But the will to survive means together they must go on an incredible journey just to get home.
Thank you very much.
It's honestly amazing what they can do. He's a wee miracle baby.
Anai, can I have innocent sticky? This is Ines. She's 23-week preterm, so quite preterm.
Innes is 12 hours old and 4 months premature. His eyelids won't open for another 4 weeks, and his skin can't protect him from germs.
It all looks good.
He has been born just 2 days after the threshold at which life support is commonly offered, 23 weeks.
I know. That's it. All done. All done, Mr. Innes.
Consultant Augusta Anane is leading Innes's medical team.
At this stage, he's nice and stable, but the natural period we call the honeymoon period. But what usually happens is they get this honeymoon period and then subsequently they get a bit worse. So we know what's going to happen, unfortunately.
Okay, let's see what baby Innes is doing.
Mum Lynn and Dad Mark want their 4-year-old son Callum to meet his brother while he can.
We'll get closer.
We'll let the nurses do what they're doing first.
And then we'll look.
Yeah, you can have a look. Of course. Who's his big brother?
Lynn noticed something wasn't right when she was only 22 weeks pregnant.
They did some tests and found that my mucus plug had gone and that my waters were starting to bulge through, so I was kept in that night, and I think we fully suspected that this was going to arrive pretty soon after that. There was a worry then because he was only 22 weeks, and at under 23 weeks we were told that they wouldn't do anything really to support him if he was to arrive.
He's facing over that way, so we're going to go around the little side that way.
In the UK, only 3% of babies born before 23 weeks live to see their first birthday. Luckily, Innes hung on and eventually arrived 2 days after the critical 23-week point had been reached. Full-term babies weigh around 7.5 pounds. Innes is just 1 pound 5 ounces.
What's doing with this bit?
Well, what do you think of that bit? What's that bit on you?
Elbow.
So what's that bit on him then?
Elbow.
It's his elbow. You're just small.
Want to come round this end and see him?
Is it you now?
Face bed first.
How's he doing?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you just looking about it.
I think he's saying I can hear my big brother.
Richard, I think he's saying hi.
I think he is saying hi, darling.
Want to sit it up here in this
At
bit?
the top. Oh. Okay, well, that's it. Where's that, a sitting unicorn? There's your first one.
What did you call him?
Nuna?
Nuna. So
Nuna.
now Nuna's watching over him, you see?
Okay.
When you can't be here, Nuna can watch over him for his big brother. Is that cool?
Bye-bye, Nunas.
You got a kiss?
You leave on his toes.
Yeah, he's catching the kisses.
sometimes it just hits you and you literally do just think, how is this happening to us? It is one of those, it's the kind of thing that happens to other people and you hear on the news and you know the stories and you know how amazing midwives and nurses are, but actually to be on the end of it is a whole different perspective and you really see how precious these folk are.
The team at Wishaw deal with the most premature of babies, but they're also on standby for any multiple birth.
Hi Jackie, it's Susie. Should we head over to theatre?
The more babies expected, the more staff they need.
Okay, thanks, bye. Right, okay, let's go.
This morning, charge nurse Susie Haney has assembled a squad of 9 to receive triplet girls. Each baby will have her own team of 2 midwives and 1 medic.
Any multiple births can pose a higher risk for the babies. They can be smaller, some of them might be sharing placentas and sacs inside mum, so there can be complications from that. So that's why there is quite so many bodies in theatre. Mum has had her spinal in and we're ready for delivery.
The girls will be delivered by caesarean section. They're joining a special club of just 14 sets of triplets born in Scotland on average every year. In the critical first minutes of life, the triplets must be kept warm and have their breathing and vitals checked.
She's great. That's a girl. 4 minutes, so we're just about 80. She's looking great. Yep, she's doing everything we'd want her to do. She's breathing on her own. She's lovely in pink and her oxygen levels are perfect.
Veteran midwife Avril McManus is on the team looking after triplet number 2.
Number 2's out. Thank you. Hello.
Once the neonatal team have confirmed all 3 babies are stable, it's time to meet Mum Kelly and Dad Robert.
There we go. Congratulations, this is number 2. She's got her eyes open. Oh my God. How gorgeous. There's your mum. Oh, beautiful. Oh, here's number 1 coming.
Number 1, I'll get you to sit down in case you fall down.
Was this the first one, Bob?
This is number 1, yep. Here's your daddy. She's perfect, so she doesn't need any support at all. She came out crying, she was great. So we'll still come to our unit for observation, obviously, and until mum's well enough. She's beautiful.
Number 3, congratulations.
Consultant Elaine Balmer brings up baby number 3.
Oh. She's beautiful. They're all beautiful.
Right, you sit down, you can have the other one in that other arm. You can put that one in that arm if you want.
There you go.
She's Orisfield, man.
They all look absolutely fantastic. Okay.
For triplets as well, I mean, she's done well with them.
Triplet pregnancies can deliver much more prematurely, so the fact that mum got to 34 weeks is really amazing in itself, and the fact that we've not had to intervene in any way to help the babies is really lovely. So hopefully these 3 wee girls will just go to their mum and dad tomorrow and we'll have very, very little input, which is what we want. The hard bit's over for us. Say mum and dad have got a hard road ahead.
The long, hard road for parents of extremely premature babies starts with not knowing if they'll ever get to take their baby home. Innes is now 38 hours old. Mum Lynn wasn't expecting to meet him for another 17 weeks.
Seeing him's really hard. You want to be there 24/7, but sometimes it's just too hard because you're sitting there by his cot side and you feel quite helpless.
He's on life support. A ventilator is breathing for him, pushing oxygen and air into his lungs.
So overnight / this morning, increasing oxygen requirement.
Yes.
And he's needing pressures of 16 to 20, you said?
Well, I've not seen it as low as that now. I think it's mainly around 19 this morning.
Okay.
So it's higher than yesterday's.
So ventilation-wise, we're going to do 6 hourly gases. You have a chest x-ray just now. On the gas, can we see what the ionized calcium and lactate is, especially, and his HB? I'll do another cranial ultrasound scan just now, just to see what's happening in his head.
Consultant Augusta Anane is concerned that his lungs might be too immature to get oxygen into his blood.
It looks like he's past his honeymoon period now. His oxygen requirement has gone up quite high, and he's also requiring more support to achieve his normal ventilatory requirements. So we're just going to have a chest x-ray just to make sure that just kind of clarify what's going on in his chest.
But the struggle to breathe isn't the only threat to Innes's life.
He had some swabs done yesterday when he was born, which has shown an infection growing on the swabs. But his blood cultures are negative so far, so which is good. But what we're going to do is keep an eye on his infection markers. If there's any changes in that as well at all, we'll screen him again and change his antibiotics.
You beautiful boy. I was talking to a friend last night and I'm saying it's like being on a train that you've got no control over. And it's like a runaway train that could go any way in any direction and you just have to go with it and try not get too far ahead of yourself.
With the honeymoon period over, Augusta must ready Innes for the medicines, fluids and testing he'll need to keep him alive.
We're going to put a peripheral central line in. Okay, so a little cannula in, thread a catheter through it, a flexible catheter through it to a major vein in the body. It sounds easy. It's going to be easy. Go on, go on, go on. Can you help me? Yep.
Threading a line through such a tiny body takes precision.
Okay, okay. That's where we say a few Hail Marys.
Innes already has pain relief on board, but the medical handling puts stress on his heart and his lungs.
Iman, I know, Innes, please, please, just stay, okay? We're almost done. I know, Babu, I know. He's really shaking. I know, Innes, I'm sorry. It's almost done. See, you've almost finished. I promise you, you're almost done. I can't move it any further. Yes, that's it. Oh, it's in. Yeah, it's in. Well, we've been successful. Yay! We're going to x-ray him, see where the line is, and then we'll just leave him. Minimal handling for him today.
Nobody wants to set themselves up for a fall. So on one hand you think, I need to give him credit and I need to hope because the alternative's too much. But on the other hand, you don't want to build yourself up and be thinking about August time when hopefully he's home and we're all chilling out on a Saturday morning in case you don't get there. I'm staying at the hospital. Mark is staying at home with Callum. I find I get really anxious being away from him. And when I've spoken to staff about what that anxiety is about, it's less about getting a phone call saying something's happened, you need to come back, but ultimately he dies and I'm not here.
While Innes is fighting for his life, he will remain in intensive care with a specialist team watching over him 24 hours a day. The unit provides different levels of care according to the baby's needs. In special care, babies are less critical and parents get a chance to be more hands-on.
This is number 2, the tiniest of the 3, I think.
Triplets Callie, Harley and Georgia are now 1 day old. And they're taking well to the luxury of incubator life.
Surreal, knowing that they're mine. It's crazy. And then I've still got another one sitting there. It's crazy.
Both Kelly and Robert already have 2 children each. Going from 4 to 7 kids in one fell swoop will take a bit of getting used to.
We weren't even trying, do you know what I mean, to have babies or nothing, and we ended up getting 3 in the one.
Oh, here we go. Right, here's number 3. Right, so... Oh, here you go.
Oh, cute. Lovely.
Oh my God. This will be a very rare occasion. I don't think I'll manage this all the time.
No. You just go back into your bed and you go. You'll come back out in a minute.
Born at 34 weeks, the girls haven't yet developed the ability to suck. They're fed their milk through a tube in the nose. Making sure the tube is in their stomach means Dad Robert needs to brush up on his chemistry, with a little help from Avril.
That's obviously, it's a 6. Avril, what is this exactly for? Is it just...
This is for the pH of the stomach contents.
Right.
Because the stomach is acid, so we need to have the stomach the pH acid, so we know that tube's in their tummy before we feed them. Because it can go into their lungs or just coil up the back of their throat, and we don't want to feed them, especially if it's in their lungs.
There you go. I'm getting there. It'll be better when you'll be able to just hold them with the bottle and feed them instead of with the syringe and that. Needs must, eh?
It's going to be hard work when we go home, but we've got a brilliant support network. Loads of family, friends round about us. People are dying to meet them.
Kelly and Robert live 20 miles away in Glasgow. But 3 neonatal cots weren't available there last week. Getting all 3 babies back to their local hospital won't be easy.
There's beds available just now. It's just getting the transport for us, so hopefully we can get that later on.
In intensive care, Innes is now 10 days old, and his blood oxygen levels are the latest challenge.
Heart rate's better.
They keep dropping dangerously low.
That's 75.
Can you put the oxygen up a wee bit?
Oxygen's at 100%. He's sat back up to 90.
No, we're not. That was where are we at?
Consultant Lorraine McGrory suspects there may be a problem with his breathing tube.
When the tube's that small, it can become partially blocked with secretions sticking to it, so that might be contributing to the amount of oxygen and the more difficulty in ventilation that we're having.
The plan is to change Innes's tube.
What you want with an intubation is just it being straightforward. So we're giving medicine to muscle relaxant, but it can also end up that the chest becomes quite stiff and that's become a bit more difficult to ventilate for a little while. And then the second thing is that they might not actually tolerate the actual handling.
Can we remove them off this bed?
Sometimes what you find is that their heart rate falls really quite quickly. It just varies from baby to baby as to how well they tolerate that.
Okay.
We can just keep it in until the last minute.
Better?
Yeah. No. Let's see if he's just relaxed a wee bit.
Until the muscle relaxant takes effect, Lorraine will manually breathe for Innes.
I've just taken over the role of the ventilator, so we're just using a T-piece to essentially do what that does. It's just because the tube's not secured that well now, the ventilator tubing's quite heavy, so it would have pulled out, and I just want to take it out at the last minute before we put the other one in. It's okay. Yeah.
The medication gives Lorraine under a minute to remove and replace the tube, while Innes isn't breathing.
Okay, I just need this tube actually, it's not got very much in the secretions. These cords are tight. Is that okay?
That's a bit too weak at the moment. That's okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's us.
Where are we?
It's changing now.
Saturation 68.
Okay, do you want to put it up to 100%?
72, it's coming up. 74, it's coming up, Anne.
Coming up? Yep.
Coming up.
It's better now, isn't it? It's probably okay, I don't want to do it pull it back anymore.
No.
And come up.
Picking up nicely.
For now, the ventilator is keeping Innes alive.
We'll get his chest x-ray to make sure we've got the tube in the right place. It is in his windpipe, it just needs to be at the right length. Just see what his lungs are like, and then I think it would be good for him to get out. Okay, all right.
While medical handling puts stress on premature babies, skin-to-skin cuddles with mum or dad increases their oxygen levels and calms them down.
It's the best feeling in the world. It feels like he's like obviously still be in my tummy, but he just feels like he belongs where he just should be. I suppose you kind of feel that even if she still be pregnant, there's a bit you miss him for the next 16 weeks, and he's back and you feel whole again. I literally feel happier than I've done in weeks.
Erin's fourth child, Sonny, is a week old. He's been born 2.5 months premature.
Out of my 3 kids, I never ever gave it a second thought that across the corridor there's these wee babies that are fighting, and the journey that the family needs to take. I don't think anybody really understands until you're having to do it.
He was delivered early because Erin's placenta was separating from the wall of her womb, putting both her own and Sonny's life at risk.
He was born at 29 weeks plus 6, and I had a scan on the Monday, and my placenta was breaking down and was starting to come away, so we had to deliver within 4 hours, delivered by emergency section. Hey, that's it. You opening those big eyes? Clever boy, you're a clever boy, aren't you?
Sonny's dramatic arrival hasn't held him back. He's already reached his first milestone.
Sonny's doing well, he's doing good, coming off his air today, and then hopefully he'll stay off his air.
But he will have to stay in the unit until his original due date, 9 weeks from now. And with 3 children at home in Cumbernauld, Erin and husband Gavin are feeling the strain.
Very much a juggling act in the 3 younger ones that I've got, trying to get back here and back home, and I can't drive because I had a section, so it's just trying to juggle, getting back and forward.
Here we go. You want that? Did you take it home?
Yeah, it's quite hard to keep your mind off things. Like when you're here, you obviously don't need to worry about how he is because you can see him. Yeah. But you worry how the other kids are behaving and what they're doing today and stuff like that. But my oldest girl, she's asking how many sleeps till Sonny comes home and stuff like that. But it's just one of the ones that you can't really answer. It's hard for them to
To get home to his brothers and sisters, Sonny will need to learn how to feed from breast or bottle and grow big enough to keep himself warm. The earlier a baby is born, the more complex their medical journey will be.
Don't move from where you are. I'm just wanting to be quick. How comfortable he looks.
A bit jealous. He's quite cuddled in.
I've still been in bed, yeah.
It's still just bizarre to think he's here and that he actually chooses to still be in my tummy, kicking away.
Innes is almost 2 weeks old and is relying more and more on his ventilator to keep him alive. But ventilators can damage premature lungs.
What kind of condition are his lungs in? I know they're really, really early, but is there a lot of sort of damage to them?
They're a bit hazy both sides, all right, but they're well inspired. There's certain changes that we look for that he doesn't have, particularly at this minute, which is a little bit of emphysema change, and that's not there particularly, so I'm not worried about that. But you can see them changing from when he was first born because of being on the ventilator. He has, unfortunately, over the last few days, started to become more difficult with the amount of respiratory support that we're having to give him. In that sort of circumstance with any baby, we would look to see if there's another cause, a sort of treatable cause for that. So we screened him for infection, and unfortunately we have grown a bacteria in his bloodstream.
The threat of infection means the team will have to wait until he's finished a course of antibiotics before giving him medicine to help his lungs.
So I think what we need to do is clear or make sure we've treated this positive blood culture. What we were saying yesterday about being a sort of bacteria in the blood rather than a septicemia, but we have to obviously treat it the same. And then I think by that point we'll be looking at steroids. Okay, so when's Mark coming up? Is he coming up today?
Yeah.
Okay, so when he's in, we'll sit down and we'll kind of go through what that means and what that involves and everything like that, okay. The difficulty that we always have is that the longer you keep a baby ventilated for, the more damage that you actually do to preterm lungs. And so then it becomes increasingly difficult to actually get them off a ventilator. And you're essentially setting them up for having chronic lung disease and severe lung problems, which in some little babies, especially at this early age, may well be the reason why they don't get to go home.
Innes needs steroid medication to boost the growth of his lungs. But with it comes risk.
So the reason for just having a chat today is not bad news, okay, I can tell by your face.
I do that,
I know, I'm a bit like that, I can't hide expressions either. There's a medicine called steroids, and I think that's where we're going to have to go with this, and that's certainly my feeling.
Steroids used to be routinely given to premature babies on ventilators, but they've been linked to cerebral palsy and are only used cautiously now.
I think on balance, however, where he is and those risks, the benefits of giving him steroids outweigh that. I wouldn't probably know a baby born as early as Innes who doesn't get steroids. I imagine that it's either over the weekend or at the beginning of the week we'll start him on them, unless there's anything else that suggests that we shouldn't, that changing, if that would be a new change, that would be something new that's happened.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
I think overall he's done better than I would have expected at the gestation he was born at, but I don't think we're anywhere out of the woods with him yet.
Wonderful. I'm going to get fed.
Good boy.
Sonny is now 2 weeks old. He's breathing on his own, but doesn't have enough baby fat yet to keep himself warm.
He's not put any weight on yet. We wouldn't expect him to. Not yet.
While he's in his incubator, he's separated from his mum, but a tiny blanket with her scent on it keeps her smell close by.
His mum's got one as well. We swapped them over, so his mum will take that with her next time she comes in, and she'll leave the one that she carries about with her. It helps with the scent, especially like for expressing breastfeeding and things.
Mum Erin has been expressing breast milk for Sonny so that he can be fed when she's not here.
It's just a wee tube feed. He's not sucking any of his feeds yet, so just be a wee feed down his wee tube. And you've got the hiccups.
Feeding premature babies and helping them grow is a joy of the job for veteran nursery nurse Frances.
I've done 40 years service this year. The first babies I would have dealt with will be like 40 now, won't they? That's quite scary. Let's get one eye on. I'm keeping an eye on us. It's a nice job. To see them getting bigger every day and doing better. And eventually going away home with their mum and dad, it's lovely. Everything's always nice, but for the most it's a great job. Your tummy getting filled up? You look very happy.
If Sonny keeps taking his feeds and puts on weight, he'll soon be able to go home. The triplets aren't ready to go home yet, but they are healthy enough to be transferred to their local hospital in Glasgow.
Hey! Back home today, finally.
There are only 2 neonatal ambulances in Scotland that can transport 3 babies at once. Kelly and Robert have been waiting a week for one to be free.
Bottle ready?
We'll get a handover and then get them in, but it'll take a bit of time.
Okay, cool.
It's good to keep them all together because it would be more complicated trying to do it all in single journeys or 2 journeys. And the thing you want to avoid is having them in different places because that would be bad for mum and dad. So, yeah, it's complicated, but it's doable. What we're planning to do is get these 2,
Carly and Callie.
number 1 and number 3 in this incubator here.
Right.
And number 2 in that incubator there.
That's fine.
Callie and Harley will travel together, while Georgia stretches her legs.
She's pretty cosy now.
Midwife Avril has made it just in time to say goodbye.
Go in. Enjoy them. Oh, you're not going home, but you're going to your own house.
Still, it's just as good as.
Great.
As good as. We're going to
I'll
have
run over and just say to you, is there no room for a third one? No. God, I think we're pushing.
Grumpy face. She's
there.
She actually knew that it wasn't Georgia in there.
No,
You know them?
No. Enjoy them, and let us know how they go on.
Thank you. She's over there, look, she's not even grumpy anymore, Avril. She still is. Go on, spread out. You take care. Thanks for coming over, Avril, thank you. I mean, that's Avril that looked after them for like only 3 days, and she knew exactly that it wasn't Georgia in that cot. Sometimes we struggle to see them apart, and she knew. Aye, that's us. Let's go. Thank you very much. Thanks. Bye.
Bye, Nelly.
That's me away with the girls.
It's 24 days since Innes was born. His eyelids have opened and his brain scans have been clear. Steroids were started to help with his lungs, but another suspected infection forced the team to stop the treatment.
And his sats are just all over the place, yeah. Unfortunately, we've never been at the point we've been able to get him off a ventilator, and with the recent infections we've had difficulty giving him steroids, which would have helped facilitate that.
His oxygen levels are up and down, and his blood pressure is unstable. The ventilator is damaging his lungs.
We've got better control of his blood pressure this morning, and I think restarting steroids now that we've cleared infection will hopefully mean that we can start to cut down the amount of ventilation that he's on. I think we should get a repeat chest x-ray today as well, just to see where we are. I think we just know it's part and parcel of what he'll do, so it's easy for us to kind of say, well, this is normal. I think it's the pupil that's hardest for is his parents, because every time they see him moving forward, then something happens a couple of days later that sets him back again. And I think the last few days have been quite trying on them as well.
When we started here and spoke about the emotional roller coaster, like it's 10 times worse, and that's an understatement. You literally have times where you can see us all being at home on a Saturday morning, eating toast and watching cartoons and just chilling out. And then the next time you just think, what if he dies? Ultimately, he's so little.
Up until now, Mark has made sure Lynn has had all the skin-to-skin cuddles with Innes. But today, she's insisting he take his turn.
Is that better, darling? Is that better? That's your daddy. Look at those cuddles with your daddy. Yeah. I think in the early days, before he was born, you kind of thought the only chance you might get to hold him was for him to pass away, basically. So to be 3 weeks down the line and have skin to skin and see Mark holding him for the first time is just really, really special.
I think there was in the darkest moments you were worried that you weren't going to get that chance, and there was a bit of a gulp, but I very much felt that priority was Mum, and that that was important for both of them. But yeah, I think there was a worry that that happened and how did I cope with that? But I also felt that I was putting their well-being first, because they both, I felt they both needed it.
Oh, he's enjoying it, isn't he?
Grabbing handfuls of...
You've got a wee cheeky eye open, so peeking.
Enjoying it, isn't
I guess he's enjoying it as well then.
That always happens. His oxygen has to go down because he's so happy and settled.
I'm an absolute great believer in this skin to skin, because I've seen the difference it makes. It's just amazing. It's just nature's got a lot of answers, I think, that we don't give credit for. Lovely.
Sonny's dad, Gavin, is a big fan of skin-to-skin cuddles too.
Because he's in the incubator a lot, he doesn't really get a lot of contact like this. And most of it's just through the holes at the side. So, yeah. It's always good to get a wee cuddle. Yeah.
Gavin and Mum Erin have been juggling hospital visits with caring for their other children.
It's hard, especially because we've already got 3 at home. It's hard to try and find the balance where you come see Sonny or you see the others at home. So it does get stressful. Wouldn't wish this on anyone, but you do get through it. You have to. There's not much, no other option. I'm quite religious, so I pray a lot for him, and I think that kind of helps things as well. I know it's not for everyone, but it helps me a bit. Any kind of way to kind of vent out, kind of talk to someone, or anything really. Helps you get through it all.
The emotional stress of having a child in the unit takes its toll on parents.
Put on the Facebook page, this is upcoming, what would mums like to see, what would be helpful, and see if any mums kind of say, I would have liked X, Y and Z.
The unit's psychologist, Jess Golden, helps support families through the long weeks and months.
This week is Neonatal Mental Health Awareness Week. All week we're having lots of awareness events. We're doing Reiki for staff and for parents. We've got some mindfulness classes on. Basically everything that will encourage parents to talk about mental health, to talk about what's good for them, encouraging self-care, that kind of thing.
Whenever you leave your baby, you feel guilty. And if you leave your baby to go do something for yourself, you feel even more guilty because the fact that it's here and you don't have to leave. Because you'll come through and have a coffee or have your lunch or go downstairs for whatever. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I like that there's a card on the wall that says staff give me the permission to take care of myself. And I think that that's really true. Because actually, we need to take care of you as well, because ultimately you're going to go home and have to be in a good enough place to be able to take care of your baby.
Jess has asked parents to share their thoughts and feelings about neonatal care.
It makes you think about how the parents are feeling.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's really true.
And they're all relatable, aren't they? You know, every parent feels the same. Powerful, emotional.
Especially that one, and sometimes I feel like a
failure. I know. And there's nothing they can do to change that. It's not surprising, but to see it written down, I think it makes it more powerful, and it makes it very emotional for the staff to read these things. Because sometimes we forget about our parents. So it's emotional. I know. So it's been enlightening and powerful and really good. But we should take the positives from it and build a better place for families to be in. And be more supportive.
Yeah, each other as well.
Innes has been cleared of infection, and he's finally had the steroids to help his lungs.
You're handsome.
If the steroids have worked, Innes's medical team will be able to wean him off his ventilator.
Right, so he's had a wee extra dose of caffeine as well. Right, sweetheart.
He's managed a few hours without it once a few days ago, and now it's time to try again.
Hey, Olivia. One more wee bit. Right, there we go. Well done. Well done, that boy. So that's a 86, heart rate's 127, and the time is, what is it, Hazel, on my screen? It's 15, 14 or something. Well done, that boy.
He still looks completely chilled out. He's not bothered.
It's a happy chappy.
Oh, you can see his chin.
I know.
So we've done this on Friday and lasted 4.5 hours. So it is a bit of trial and error just to see how long he lasts. And a few other mums and the nurses have said that sometimes they'll be on it for a while and then they'll need to go back in the ventilator because they get tired. But then the next time's a bit longer and the next time's a bit longer and then they just stay off ventilation. So just up to him, see how he does. So again, you're just at a point that you never thought you'd be at. So it's just really special. It's such a wee double chin. Oh, Toots.
48 hours later, Innes is still breathing without a ventilator.
He's managed really well off for quite a period now, and hopefully he'll continue to do that.
Lynn has been by Innes's side, staying overnight at the hospital for a month. Now that Innes is turning a corner, consultant Samaya Kasim is turning her attention to the whole family's care.
There's nothing with Innes at this point in time that would make me say to you, I think you should, stay here in the on-call room. Things can change, and if anything did change, we would be the first to tell you that. I think it's really important that you're looking after yourself too, and that you've been stuck in poky little rooms for a long time now. You're probably starting to struggle being stuck here alone, and you're starting to struggle being stuck home alone.
I think we're all kind of missing a bit of the normality, so I think all being well, I'm going to try being home from Monday, and just be in during the day, I guess, and then be at home for sort of bath and bedtime for Callum and just get to see him out more, because I suppose we're really conscious that Innes won't remember this, and I don't want Callum to remember it as my little brother came along and my mum disappeared for months at a time, so.
When babies are almost ready to go home, their final stop is in transitional care, where their mums look after them with expert staff on hand. Sonny's been here for 9 days. He's stumbling at the last hurdle. He's struggling to breastfeed.
How has he been overnight?
Not going to the breast.
Not?
Well, he is. He's kind of, mum's trying, but he's not latching.
Okay. So not latching on, but getting top-ups, but trying every 3 hours?
Yes.
Okay. And temperature's been okay, because that was a wee bit...
No, it was low again this morning, so I popped him in a hot cot, but it was dew fed. I think he's just needing a good feed as well, so I've just checked it there, it's 37.
Okay. Hi, Erin. Is this troublemaker?
No.
This doesn't want to go home, I think.
Last night he went on for 5 minutes at 2 o'clock, and then 5 o'clock he just clamped his mouth shut and wouldn't go on at all. And then again this morning, and I just tried him there, but he's just not freaking on at all.
We'll have a look at you, mister. So I never seen this before, so you have got quite a
anterior tongue tie. I think what we might do is I might speak to Anne-Marie Bruce, who's our breastfeeding coordinator, just about a couple of things.
Veteran midwife Anne-Marie Bruce has specialised in infant feeding for the last 6 years.
Doctors are thinking there's something going on in his mouth that's getting in the way a bit.
Yeah.
Is that right? So what a tongue tie is the lingual frenulum, and it usually comes down the back of your tongue and round into the bottom of your mouth. And sometimes it takes a shortcut. So it comes from the tip of the tongue down to the base, and it pulls the tongue down. And I've not looked at your baby yet, but it sounds a bit like that. That's what's happening. So I'm just looking at a few things. I'm looking to see if he can get his tongue up to where it would need to be when he's breastfeeding. I don't know if you can see, Erin. So you can see when I'm doing that, see how it's pulling down in the middle? Yeah. And it's almost like a V shape. So you can see that wee tight band. And that would normally be wrapping round my finger.
Right,
so
okay.
it's just kind of getting in the way a bit. Another thing I'm trying to get him to do is to move his tongue side to side. If I was doing that to you, you'd be chasing me.
Right.
But you can see he's just not really managing at all. The procedure itself is quite simple. All we quite literally do is lift his tongue up and divide it with a wee pair of sterile scissors. It's quite literally over in a second.
Right.
It will bleed a wee bit, but it'll come straight back to you for a feed.
Right, okay.
And he's been going on the breast, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Because there's a wee wound underneath the tongue, the best way to stop that bleeding is for him to feed, because that'll press down.
Right, okay.
So you do when you give blood, you press on your arm.
Yeah.
So you want him to feed.
That's absolutely fine, yeah.
Maureen will just hold him really steady. He's a good boy, he's not moving much, but we'll keep him really steady. So all Maureen does is hold his wee head steady, and she'll give me a wee finger at the other side. I know, wee man, I know. There you go, hold that. wee bit of pressure on it and he's going to come straight to you for a feed. Do you see the difference?
It's massive.
He's feeding beautifully now, so.
What has happened?
I think just letting his head fall back in your hand. And just see that wee diamond-shaped wound right underneath his tongue. Oh my goodness, what a difference.
I know, he can even lift his tongue up before. He's like showing me. I know, I'm a show off, look what I can do now. Oh, I know, look, Daddy's coming to take us home.
A week later, Sonny has proved he's mastered the art of breastfeeding. Erin and Gavin can finally take him home.
It's so exciting. It's so exciting. It's more exciting than just having your baby and taking them home, like when they're just born, because you've had to wait so long. It's so exciting. Yes, it is. It's even more exciting. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's not having you.
No, thank you.
Okay then. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. With the other family.
I know, thank you.
Thank you.
You very much.
Bye.
I'll just hold it in here. You got that?
With one more month to go before his due date, Innes is now on minimum breathing support.
It's his favourite new trick, to stretch, squish up and pull his prongs out and push them out.
There you go.
I think a few months down the line it might drive us slightly nuts, but aye. Just knowing that he's on high flow from where he's been is huge. So yeah, we'll do it every minute if we need to.
Innes is defying the odds, and today he's about to have his first bath.
And you see other babies coming and going through the stages of going on to high flow and getting a vest on and moving into a cot and having first baths, and you just think, oh, when will that be us and will it be us? And now it's him.
Yeah, long time coming, but 81 days in and it's our turn. It's good. Hands up for it, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He looks like a newborn when you get your newborn wrapped in a towel.
Oh, sure. Perfect.
Hello. Is that nice?
Eyes are rolling in his head.
All these people watching me.
Consultant Karen McCall is part of the team of specialists that have been looking after Innes.
Innes is doing really well now. He's come so far on his journey. He started with some very difficult days and he had some difficulties getting off the ventilator, but he's now been off it for quite a few weeks and he's just progressing forward now. I think we're seeing every day as a forward day rather than sideways day or a backwards day. And just to see mum and dad with just feeling much more comfortable with everything now, I think they can see that he's doing so much better.
I don't know quite what to make of it, do you, darling?
I know. Hello. Hello. Amazing. Slightly terrifying, but amazing.
Get my feet out.
Right, are we ready to come out or you want a wee minute or two longer?
Have you got to take photos?
Yeah.
Right, don't start wiggling.
Sorry.
Alright, okay, that's alright.
Right,
Sometimes the days feel like they're all into one and it's past the flash. And you sit and you count how many days it actually has been and you go, oh my goodness.
Aww.
A big yawn.
Yeah, and then you get moments that just go, wow, just blow you away because these wee bundles are warriors. That's a phrase that's been used, isn't it? Yeah. So Oh. Right.
Get your prawns out again.
You don't take anything like this for granted because at some moments we never thought we'd have them.
At this stage, I would think it's very likely that he's going to get home with his mum and dad. He's come so far in his journey that that would be our expectation now, and that is a huge deal for a baby born at the extremes of prematurity, at the borderline of viability, what we can do for a baby. To see him big and strong and having a bath, it's incredible, really.
It's just amazing, like, it just does feel like a miracle.
For families of premature babies, the journey through the unit can be tough, with parents and children divided between hospital and home.
Hey, sunshine.
With home on the horizon, the dream of a united family is finally coming true.
Once upon a time, there were two little boys called Callum and Innes.
And who was looking after them?
I don't know who was looking after them.
Yeah.
Okay, and they were being looked after by their mummy. And one day it was so sunny. We never thought we'd get to the point where we're sitting telling a story to the two of them and giving them both a cuddle. You're not talking about life and survival anymore, you're talking about being well enough to come home.
That's when you just look back now and kind of wonder how you survived it, but you just do it hour by hour, day by day, and now we're just within reach of getting home.